explain to me the MMR vaccine. Are you guaranteeing me that it's safe? He said, well, no, it's like a Russian roulette. And I said, okay, explain to me Russian roulette. I said, I know what that means. He said, well, yeah, there's 1% that a child can get injured from this. This is from a pediatrician doctor we're talking about. 1%. And I said, I wouldn't even take a 0.5%. I was like, how do you know that bullet doesn't hit my child? And he said, I don't know. But he said, and I wish I recorded this conversation. I don't know if they were speaking out of anger or frustration. He said, if 10,000 of them are vaccinated and 1,000 of them are dead or dies, we still save 9,000. These are your pediatrician doctors that talk like that to your patients. I was shocked. I didn't know how to react when he said that. My name is Elena, and I was born in Russia, and I got injured by polio vaccine in Russia.
In Russia, okay.
In 1980, we lived southeast of Russia. My parents were actually persecuted for being Christians, but it's a different story. What happened was in 1980, when the first vaccine that came out where we lived in Russia was the polio vaccine. I was the first one to receive it from a family of 9 children, and I'm the middle child. Well, close to the middle child. I was injected with the polio vaccine, and it happened at the office. My grandmother knows exactly what happened because she was there and she was holding me when this happened. She said I was about a year old, and living in a communist country, you don't question what's going on, what are you about to do, anything. She said they just injected you, and she said the next thing I know, she said maybe 10 minutes passed or 20 minutes passed, I was holding you, and you started having like convulsions, like seizures, right in my arms. And she's like, oh my gosh, they did something to her. I know they did something to her because they injected her. And then when they went back, they said, well, yeah, we gave her a polio vaccine. And she said that when they brought me home, they realized half my right side, I couldn't move it anymore. Completely could not move it anymore. So I was like paralyzed from, actually, like they say, from the brain all the way down. And my mom was sickening. She's like, as a Christian, we don't trust the government there. And that this happened to me, she was so scared for us after that. When I was injured and it was time for preschool, I still could not walk, I still could not crawl. And somebody suggested that, something else I would like to let you know, the communists, if there's a child that's born injured or born deformed or stuff, they want you to hide them. They want you to go to a special home where you're never seen and your parents can never see you again. After my injury, my parents did not allow that, even though the KGBs came knocking on my parents' door saying that, oh, we're gonna probably take her to a special home.
Really? That's awesome. I'm so glad.
From 1980, and we came to America in 1988. When my mom told me, like she told me this story when we came to America, that people wanted to come and take me and my brother.
Why? What's wrong with your brother?
He was born blind, and they wanted to take him away to a special house, is what they call it. So when somebody suggested to put me to preschool with children, and from watching other children, somehow I started crawling slowly and watching other children doing what they were doing, and then I started walking because my parents, my mom said that after the vaccine she detoxed me, but it wasn't enough because she realized how weak I was on my right side. When we came to America in 1988, thank you to President Reagan, we came by because we were persecuted Christians. We got vaccinated again. And when they, this time they gave me like 3 vaccines, and I think MMR was one of them. I ended up having another seizure right there in the office. But I think from what I understood and what my parents explained, that they were told that when we came to America, we had to get everything done and the documents right and the vaccines for us to stay in America. There was a threat. This was in Massachusetts, they're saying that, and now I'm translating for refugees that come to America, and they're also told, if you don't vaccinate your children, you're not getting your green card. As a translator, I asked the nurse, I was like, how dare you have the right to say that? I was like, does that say in your paperwork? I told her that. I was like, how could, as a translator who was injured by vaccines, here she's telling the immigrants, if you don't vaccinate your children, you're not getting your green card. It's like we're in a very corrupted government world. Not only what we went through in
Everyone's
communism.
getting backhanders, that's why.
Yes.
Immigration officers see through a lot.
So, getting to the good part, when I had my first son, which is Isaac, say hi.
Hi.
My
How old are
father's.
you, Isaac?
Good.
Now, how old are you?
7.
7 years old. And how old's your brother?
How old are you, Isaiah? 3.
3? I thought you were 5. Wow.
My father came to the hospital when my firstborn was born, and he said, please, he's like, I'm ready to tell you what really happened to you, because as a child I never paid attention. Why? I just thought I was a sick child. That's it. He said, please don't vaccinate your children. If you have time, do the research, because they're going to offer you vaccines, and I know they're not good, because what happened to you, we almost lost you twice. When my father said that, I was like, whoa, I need to do a research on this. He's serious. If this happened to me, this could happen to my children. Well, I did the research, and I decided not to vaccinate my children, so my children are vaccine free.
That's wonderful.
The one story I want you to share is what I'm shocked about is for living in a country that it's free will. You can worship God freely. You have more variety of stuff. You have more choices. When I took my son for my 2-month vaccine well checkup, even though I knew I wasn't going to do vaccines, I explained them the situation, what happened to me, and I told them I was injured by a vaccine, by polio. I said, what chance does my son have if he gets this vaccine or any vaccines, because I had a very bad reaction. You know what the doctor said? I was shocked. There's 50% chance your son will get paralyzed, but you're going to love him anyways, right?
Yeah, she said this.
That was here in Cleveland, Tennessee, said by a doctor, but you will love him anyways if he gets paralyzed. My husband and I, who's an American, stood there and we were like, what did you just say? That our son has a chance of being paralyzed by not only about the polio vaccine, but actually any other vaccine, and it's 50% chance, but you're going to love him anyways. I didn't know how to react to that. I was so angry.
So what did you do? Walk out?
I said, do you know the ingredients to your vaccines? He said, no, but I can get them to you. I said, and you're 100% sure that they're safe, even though you just told me there's 50% chance of my son being paralyzed. He closed the folder and said, you need to do your research. And I said, I did, sir. I was like, did you? And I walked out. So when it came to the 18-month, I went to another office doctor, because I was already like, I know for sure I'm not going to do any vaccines. The one vaccine that I was questioning was the MMR vaccine. And at 18 months, I'm talking to the doctor. It was a different doctor. It was a different office. I said, explain to me the MMR vaccine. It's okay that 1,000 person dies from vaccines or gets injured because we're saving 9,000? Polly, explain that to me. How does that work?
The good news about all of this is you have not given any vaccines to
No.
your babies, and your babies are fantastic. They really are. And that's another, let me just get rid of this person. Bye. That's another reason for you to tell the story, because we need to hear this. Because people live in fear of unvaccinated children spreading disease and being ill and sick and dirty, as Del calls them. And look at your boys, absolutely fantastic. You are the future of America, and you are brave mothers. Stand up. Stay away from pediatricians. These children are not sick. You do not need to be there.
Thank you. I don't visit them anymore. I believe in more natural stuff. And I just want to say to the all Russian community in Cleveland, Chattanooga, and Knoxville, you go, guys. We're all vaccine free, and none of our children have vaccines.
Wonderful. We want to meet more of your Russian community. So
There's
send
lots
out
of
to meet
them.
with us. We love to hear this. Now, you two boys can sign the inside of the bus.
Do you
Because
want
that
to?
is for unvaccinated beauties like you two. So here's a pen.
Let's
See, because it's my need. We're going. Right, now do not ask me what number we're on. That's something I do not know. Here's a
While
pen.
watching your documentary and the whole story, I cried. I cried.
Well, you know, these stories are one of many. Now look, 124. The few that decide they want to.
So are all these children?
They're all unvaccinated.
Are you serious? Oh, I'm Isaac. Here you go, buddy.
They are.
You're
they are.
first.
They are.
Write 125, and then you're gonna write your name by
Yeah,
me.
they're telling us that you need to sign your name outside. Though,
I
on the
did
bus.
sign my name outside. I'm really grateful that. Sorry, it's my phone. I'm really grateful that I had a chance to talk, and I just want to say shout out to Dale. Love you guys.
You want to say shout out to Dale?
Yes.
I mean, shout out, not
Shout out, yes. Sorry for my accent. I believe in what you guys are doing. I'm 100% with you guys. This world is corrupted, and you guys are definitely saving more babies every year. And I have to say, I've shared so many my story to so many moms that actually decided not to vaccinate their children.
Well, you're amazing, and
so thank you guys so much for this.
Okay. You guys, you are so handsome. Kind of embarrassing when old ladies say that to you, but it's true.
Can I get you to sign this, please?
Can you hold that? And then you can see loads of hearts. See all those hearts there? This guy here is about to hold it. Show him your love. Now see these hearts here? Check them out. They're for you.
What do you think of that? I apologize. Like I said, English is my second language.
I thought you did really well.
We speak Russian a lot more. So.
Did you like seeing all those hearts? Oh, he was just staring at them. See? Loads of hearts for you. He's waving to you. Alright,
Thank you.
Good stuff, you guys. Let's go and see some more families to wait. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
It's way warmer here than I anticipated.
Right.
I am sweating.
Yeah. Who's next to tell their story? So sorry to keep you waiting.